of the catalytic converter.
His voice sounds a little different than that. He's more like he's like, man,
he's not a gravelly voice.
Come on.
No, he's black.
Yeah, he's a black guy that put his nuts in a white lace.
But he still drives a Silverado.
He still drives that. Yeah, for sure.
You got it right.
Like
I ain't running no gas on my shit.
Yeah.
I want all the gas coming out.
Yeah.
I want all the gas.
He talks about his son a lot, even though he hasn't paid child support in like years.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
But
use
he's like,
everything I do.
He's like, I'm doing this porno for my son.
Everything I do is for my son.
Yeah. Everything I do is for my son.
He stays out
Except
here
for
in these
paying the
streets.
child support.
Because that's
You
that
ever
like
go
the
to a-
catalytic converter. That's a scam.
That's a scam.
And I know that bitch using that shit on extensions anyways. What, she's going to buy him school supplies? In January, bitch?
That's a lot.
In January, you buying school supplies?
Yeah. What were you saying?
Have you ever been to taste this?
What is it?
It's cum. it's my cum. I brought it with me.
Tell me what that reminds you of.
Summer camp.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Dimetap.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, it tastes like.
What's
But
this remind you of?
Dimetap tasted legit good, actually. That's like worse Dimetap.
Oh.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
What is it? I can smell it.
Yeah. It's truly.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
It's like what if you kept a kiwi in your socks
Yeah.
for a week?
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
What if I made sock liquor?
Yeah.
out of fruit.
It reminds me of like if you go to a kid's parents' house and they don't know how to mix Kool-Aid right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How hard is it to mix Kool-Aid? Oh, like the proportions?
Yeah, they get it all wrong.
Yeah.
Just-
Nick was just talking about Kool-Aid.
I
That's
was thinking
crazy.
about getting back into it. Yeah, like I said, dude, one
You're
world.
thinking about getting back.
One world.
Yeah, hands across America, baby.
Yeah.
That should be,
It's all right. The flavor is called Kiwi Mojito style.
nasty.
So basically, they fucking, made water out of an onion and then carbonated it.
Yeah. Ugh. It's like
really
I don't
gross.
really like drinking beer because I'm trying to like stay low cal, and it's the whole again coming out of the closet thing, and like
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta still look good. I'm not gonna get a beer gut like everybody else's dad.
What's it
So,
like being gay in rural Pennsylvania?
trying to convince people you are?
Really?
Like people I say, well, I like this guy, and it's like.
Or is it guys on the apps? Are they like closet guys on the apps or
yeah,
something?
most people like who I met in rural Pennsylvania. Like,
I'm not
don't go on
fucking gay.
Grindr.
Yeah, it feels
Oh,
like
yeah. It's so that.
I'm not
it's like-
fucking gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
feels
guys.
like rural PA would just skip vanilla gay, and you're either straight or you're the guy drawing Miata fuck
Yeah.
furry porn. You can't just stop right at that.
No.
Yeah, you got to go full tilt.
Right about now, if there's any furries listening, please draw some Miata furry porn.
that we need
Because I
that.
know they're already drawing anthropomorphized versions of fighter planes fucking each other, so I've seen that.
Yeah,
And now Top Gun Maverick came out, so I'm sure there's that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's going to be like a whole
you see-
giant.
you guys
dicks
see
with
that movie?
Fighter planes.
Well, a
going.
lot of
was
sexual
badass.
identities is just the interactions of like mass media and autism, and then
Mhm.
it does like people just happen to hit people with severe autism happen to hit puberty like when something like Top Gun Maverick comes out.
Mhm.
So they get their first erection while at the movie, and they're like, "It must be this," you know? And
Yeah.
then-
F-14 Tomcat.
yeah, exactly.
SU-27 Gen something.
Mhm. Are you a plane? You aviator planes guy also?
Well, my dad was a pilot,
Uh-huh.
and that was like the big disappointing my dad thing because he really wanted me to become a pilot and be in the Navy, like all the males. in
like
my
a Top
family.
Gun?
Yeah,
Your dad was a Navy pilot?
Dad was a Navy pilot. Almost carrier
Damn.
certified during Vietnam.
Wow.
So he didn't see any combat.
Have you been to the Intrepid Museum in
What's
the
that?
city? It's on
The West Side
46th
Highway.
Street on the
Yeah,
west
that's
side.
where,
It's the USS Intrepid is just fucking moored there. And
Yeah.
It's where
They
Lex
got
Luger body slammed Yokozuna.
yeah, they got an SR-71 and F-14
Oh.
Tomcat on there. If you want to go see it,
Mm.
that's something you can do
It's neat.
in New York.
See,
you have
I'm
a pilot's license?
I'm super spoiled. This is like a weird YouTube thing because I'm super spoiled about. I like the idea of things,
Mhm.
but do I get to use it? And that's like a weird thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go to a car museum and I don't want to go to car shows. Do I
Yeah.
get to drive it? No. Oh, well, then I'm not going.
Right.
Do I get to fly the plane?
I'm like
No.
that. I'm like that with women.
Yeah. I don't want to know their name unless I get.
Yeah,
I get
unless I could use you.
unless she's got nos,
And you
you
could
know.
be used
Unless I
in
go
a-
drift.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to meet your wife? Well, and then what?
And
I
then
shake her
what?
fucking hand and leave? No thanks, pal.
Yeah, what does this mean for me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of that whole thing now where part of being terminally online means you have to find increasingly new ways to monetize your existence.
Yeah.
So that, and I think we were talking about this earlier, where it's like that super pretentious point about the society we're in now. It's almost like it privileges observing it rather than living in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, but in some ways that is living in it.
There are a lot of comedians who are on the road 52 weeks a year and they do observational comedy, and it's just like you're not actually part of society. Like the way you're not actually like, it's strange to me. It's like, what are you drawing on? Because they're just in hotels, you know, like.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Do you know what I'm saying, Nick?
Well, I'm on the road pretty often.
Not your
Just
place.
saying
You
I'm
also
fucking-
have friends and like you have a life.
No, I don't.
Well, is it that is the thing that
I'm just like, they're the guys that work so hard, you know, that it's just like it's baffling to me how they keep drawing upon observations on life because they're so one-track mind in terms of lifestyle. I don't know if that really added anything to what you just said, but
Well, no,
that's
I
what it
think
reminded me of.
and it makes me wonder, like, what is the process? Are they going out there and just like sitting down on a park bench and observing other people?
That would be very
live
funny.
life? Yeah,
And check.
in a very Henry James sort of way, just sit in the back of a room and watch people do things and turn that into material, and you'll never run out. I don't think.
I guess.
But but the skill part comes into actually turning it into comedy rather than just being a thing you observe. And like I can never do stand up because I couldn't take that observation and morph it into a joke. I would need to sit with it for God only knows how long it takes to write like half of an RCR to like shape that into something that might somewhat be true for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
what
funny.
fascinates me about what you guys are able to do. You're able to distill an entire concept into a setup, punchline, something.
Nah, I'm more just like I'm Jewish. That's basically my act.
that's not what you do. Really?
Nick, like really unpacks, social mores. He's a real artist.
Yeah, but I just everything, all my shit's stolen from Alex Jones.
Yeah.
It's all just conspiracy theory.
What the
stuff.
fuck's he gonna do?
Yeah. Sue me.
How about you? Yeah,
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
I may have said it before, but I'm like so interested in this sort of world you guys exist in. So
Well,
can
the world
you
we
explain-
exist is now interviewing, and
Yeah,
that's
now we're talk
that's
show
the thing
hosts.
is, yeah, well,
That are into
Adam's
cars.
Adam's going to be the guy.
The
Well, we're
hottest
gonna have
talk
to
show
spend
on
most of the
planet.
Patreon on making a Jay's Garage for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need to be buying very rare cars, and housing them in Manhattan. Actually, I heard Seinfeld
you
has
can get-
an elevator garage.
Let me
It
ask you guys
exists.
this.
I mean,
Did you guys-
I mean, if you wanted to do a podcast at the Manhattan Car Club, maybe I could make that happen.
did you know that you could get a DUI on a bicycle?
Yes.
Yes.
My college roommate
Yes.
almost did. But because he was passed out next to the bicycle when he was found, they can never prove he was on it.
Interesting.
Nice.
My question
Who got
is
him
this.
off? Johnny Cochran.
If that's the case, can you get there must be no legal way to be in a wheelchair and get drunk?
Interesting.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Follow-up question: How far
Motorized wheelchair.
How far are we from? That seems like it's even worse.
Yeah.
You know.
I love when you see the guys that soup up their motorized wheelchairs. I saw a guy in Manhattan the other day, and he's
Yeah.
like, I was like, damn, you took the regulator off. You're going hard right now. He was zooming down the sidewalk. I was like, that's not street legal.
Just get spinners on there.
Yeah,
Gets
that
wheels
was,
from like a shifter cart, put that on there.
that was cool.
How
Rock
far are
nuts.
far away are we from being able to identify as I use a wheelchair, and you just get to use a wheelchair and you can walk. You have used.
to be like
transicapped.
transicapped.
like those concept Toyota wheelchairs we saw at the auto show.
Yes.
Like those things.
Oh yeah, we were laughing about
Minority
that.
Report.
You should have seen that. They had these like the wheelchairs of the fucking future. And they had
What
these
was
like EV wheelchairs. But I wish I had a picture of it or a visual because they clearly made a distinct. They had two different kinds of wheelchairs.
Yeah.
And one was for disabled and one was for fat. And like, there's like you could see that they had different intentions between the one was more
for Wally people.
shopping oriented
Yeah.
with the little basket so you can have your lunch in there.
Yeah.
And did you remember like right after that, like nearby there was behind glass the M&M's NASCAR fire suit, like
Yeah.
right
So
after the
sick.
fat wheelchair. It's
Yeah.
Sick.
Moment.
That's
One of
really
my
cool.
favorite moments, and I wish, as the kids say, it was so cringe, but I didn't want to watch it, and I kind of wish I did, when those Toyota, like, hype people were, like, trying to get people excited. There was, like, 5 people in the audience.
I love those guys, and they do it all day long. And it's like I don't think they're Toyota employees. I think that they probably just get presenters, like people whose job it is to be a presenter. Because it's like, I mean, that would be the most brutal job in the world to just go around for Toyota and like every weekend have to do fucking 15 hours.
High
of like,
energy.
Of punishing morning
we're
show
getting
pep.
fucking excited for this, and then like working the room.
They
Yeah.
were working the room. They were asking like really, really easy questions. Like multiple choice. Like Toyota makes an affordable SUV. It starts. What letter does it? We got. Is it the RAV4?
Yeah.
The Supra, or the name another one. It's like. RAV4 says somebody like that guy in the fedora when we were looking at the LC 500. Like fedora, like congratulations, and they give him a gift bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the future for RCR?
Well, we want to get our podcast to stand on its own.
Okay.
So the YouTube channel's doing fine.
So we're doing the inverse from that.
We're trying to go YouTube.
We don't even know how to post on YouTube, dude. I'm on fucking Vimeo, and I found out they're gonna throttle us, and I'm scared of YouTube.
YouTube,